Hey everybody, welcome back to Home Gym Hacks and Reviews. Today I'll be reviewing the Powertec Pec Fly Attachment. I've reviewed the Powertec Workbench as well as the Powertec Leg Extension Leg Curl Attachment, so be sure to check those out if you haven't seen them. Here is the Pec Fly box, not much bigger than a couple of 25s. Here's what we've got going on inside of the box. Nicely packed. We're looking at just one step for the instructions. Only a few pieces. It took me just over 13 minutes to put it together. And the only reason that it took as long as it did is because you have to bolt those weight horns on.
This piece feels very well made, and I'm sure it will last for many years.
This is my second Powertec Pec Fly attachment. I had one of the older models for well over a year, so I'm not reviewing a piece of equipment that I've only had for a week or two. So I do know that there are some pros and cons with this piece. There are two major pros with this piece. One is its compact design. The shipping weight is only 39 pounds, so it probably weighs about 30 pounds. And the other major pro is the price. It sells for $249 with free shipping. I'm going to work my way around the attachment and point out some features that I really like, starting with the revolving handles. Because the handles revolve, they feel a little more comfortable on the hands and wrists when you're doing the Pec Fly. Also, the arms revolve, which will fit someone with longer arms, and it makes the movement feel a bit more natural. We have the stainless steel weight horns and the two collars that come with the attachment. I covered the collars in my review for the leg extension leg curl. When the arms are fully extended, they measure about 5 feet. And with the arms closed, it measures about 33 inches. Next up, the attachment has a handle on top, which makes it easier to transport. It also makes it easier to get in and out of the workbench. I also like how this attachment sits directly on the floor, unlike the preacher curl and unlike the leg extension leg curl. Because it sits directly on the floor, it adds stability to the piece, and it also is just easy to find the right setting because you know it goes all the way down. Each weight horn has 10 inches of loadable space. You have a head pad, which is a nice feature, so you don't have your head resting on metal, and it's about the same density as the pad for the workbench. One of the things I really like about this attachment is I can take it with me anywhere I go. I can take it to a friend's house, I can take it to the grocery store, I can even take it for a walk, all because of this handle. Let's see how long it takes to get the Pec Fly attachment in and out of the workbench. Ready, go! Yeah, buddy! The only real issue with transporting this piece is that the arms will fall down, which will get in the way a little bit, but other than that, it's really easy to move. With the Pec Fly connected to the workbench, there really isn't very much wobble. After my review for the leg extension leg curl, I had some people ask me if the attachments would fit other benches, and I don't know. I can tell you that the Powertec workbench is 18 inches high, and the square tubes that fit into the workbench are 1 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4 of an inch. When you're doing Pec Flies, you can have the back pad in the decline position, or you can have it in the flat position. As for the seat pad where you're going to put your head, that's going to need to be in the lowest setting. Starting off with 50 pounds, a 25-pound plate on each weight horn. And this movement feels smooth, and I can definitely feel my chest being worked. And here's 100 pounds, and this is a heavy 100 pounds. And now it's time to address the only real complaint that I've ever heard about this attachment, and that's the fact that there's very little resistance in this portion of the movement. The resistance really doesn't start until about right here. So for 75% of the movement, you'll feel resistance, and then for the first 25% of the movement, you won't really feel a lot. The way that I counteract that is by reaching failure or close to failure with full repetitions. And then when I'm nearing the end of my set, I'll do partial repetitions in this rep range. Next up, let's address how to fix the resistance curve on this attachment. By adding bands and securing them to dumbbells, this basically takes care of not getting resistance in the beginning portion of the movement. Is it perfect? No, but is it a major improvement? Absolutely. And it's a relatively inexpensive and easy hack to take care of. If you have any of the beloved 35-pound plates, they'll work on the attachment. However, 45-pound plates don't fit the attachment very well. Just in case anyone was wondering, this piece cannot be used as a reverse fly.
For today's workout, I wanted to put the Pec Fly attachment to the test, so I made it as part of a circuit along with the Powertec Streamline Functional Trainer. I did a review on the Functional Trainer a couple of weeks ago if you want to check that out. I started with some incline presses, which felt extremely effective, and then immediately followed that up with the Powertec Pec Fly attachment. For well over a year, the Pec Fly attachment was my only way to do flies other than dumbbells and bands, so I do know that over the course of a year, it did feel effective and it was great for chest development. I could see this attachment being great for someone with limited space, so for example, if someone was using a bedroom as their gym or for a one-car garage, I could see this piece being pretty valuable. If you already have the Workbench or the multi-press, this is a pretty cheap add-on at $249. However, if you need to buy the Workbench, that runs $429. If you're searching the market for a plate-loaded Pec Fly, it's hard to find anything as inexpensive as the Powertec Pec Fly attachment. If we take the Titan model, for example, it runs for $500. It's normally out of stock, and it's more than double the price of the Pec Fly attachment from Powertec, but I did do a review on it, and I do think it's a pretty good piece. Next up, the Body Solid model sells for around $800. I've never used it, but it looks very similar to the Titan Pec Fly. Next up, there's a Fettle Fitness Incline Pec Fly, which sells for around $1,000. I've never used this piece either, but it looks pretty good. Other than those three machines, your options are pretty limited for Pec Fly attachments and Pec Fly standalone pieces for under $1,000. I like this attachment. In fact, I like it enough to keep it, even though I already have the Titan Fitness Pec Fly, and I also have the Functional Trainer for fly movements. And it's basically the opposite of a dumbbell fly, where in the dumbbell fly, you get max tension in the bottom portion of the movement. With this one, you get max tension in the top of the movement.
You may want to know if I recommend this attachment. Well, my recommendation will be based on how high your expectations are. If you expect this attachment to perform like a multi-$1,000 Cybex or Life Fitness Pec Fly, then I don't think you're going to be happy. But if you understand this is an attachment, it costs $249 with free shipping, it has a max weight capacity of 200 pounds, and it has a relatively small footprint, I think you'll be very happy. The only complaint I've heard about this attachment is that the beginning portion of the movement doesn't offer enough resistance, but hopefully the hack that I showed is a way around that. As always, thank you for watching. I will have part 3 in the Powertec Workbench Attachment series uploaded within the next week or two, so be sure to hit that notification bell. You can find me on Instagram under Home Gym Hacks and Reviews, and please like and subscribe. Thanks for your support, everyone. Take care.